Hey everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Channel 64. We are back in our little farming area, and as you can see, some things have changed. Yeah, so we're working on getting these. I don't know why they're finding their workstations again. Like, you've had your workstations. I've been trading to unlock new trades. The big thing is, well, this guy didn't really pan out, but this guy... Pumpkin. I think this guy also? Pumpkin. I think that's the next product we're going to go for in farming. Now, this wall used to only be 6 chests. Now it's 9, and you can see we've got a water stream back there. We're farming carrots. Let's do a little cheaty cam. If we come down here, you can see right next to the breeder, I just made another one of these. And, yeah, it's working good. I had to do a little weird water canal because originally it was too close and this guy was picking up the carrots. But after doing the little zigzag, it's working fine. I just built this and wasn't sure if I was building it right. So I went to look and see how some other farms are being built. There's still like stacking hopper minecarts in front of this guy. You don't need to do that. You just put walls and the villagers have very weak arms. They throw really bad. So the walls block it from going in. As long as this guy has sight, I believe. This is all good. It's an ugly, down and dirty, fast farm. That's really all I cared about. And I think what I'm going to do is come back down here and dig out a little bit, like in this section, and build the pumpkin farm, because I need it to tie in with this. So all of our drops come back to this thing, and I have also made it so any drops that doesn't get picked up will come down here, get composted, turned into bone meal, come over here, come up, and then you see this. Obviously there's no bone meal in here. we have not farmed enough for anything to be even halfway considered overflowing. And really, I don't know if we will. This is just kind of a courteous thing. I don't want drops just sitting there. So I thought instead of burning them, turning them into bone meal was the better idea. But what I really want to do now is get that pumpkin farm set up. I don't have any pistons. I need to craft some pistons. And dig a hole. Let me go dig a hole and put a pumpkin farm in there, and then we'll be right back. Okay, a little closer look of the carrot farm. These guys have been producing the entire time. It's great, yet they're still not as fast as the pumpkin farm. And this is a little baby one too. I did replay mod this, but for some reason about halfway through I hit the stop recording button. So all I had was the hole and not the farm. But the farm is done, and I kind of sat in, I guess, AFK'd a little bit to try to get all these guys to grow up, but not all of them have. But it is producing. I did make a mistake and put this a little too close to this corner, and the minecart wouldn't go up and down. I just got rid of that dirt. Honestly, these farms are so efficient, it doesn't matter that one space is not there. But yep, this ties in with the water elevator really well. Let's go over here. Luckily, none of the carrots will like spit out and come over here, or none of the pumpkins spit out and come over here. It literally just kind of goes straight up. I think it slows down enough for these like little blocked spots, which makes it not a problem. Let's see if we can see one come through. Oh, there's a pumpkin. Here it comes. There we go, pumpkins, perfect. Yep, and the carrots do basically the same thing. So it works beautifully. Okay, with the pumpkin farm up and running and the carrot farm up and running, I want to work on something else in this area. Honestly, I hadn't really planned on working on this area, but then this idea kind of popped in my head and I can't get it out, so we're gonna do it now. Yeah, I had an idea, like, what if this area was for sniffers? I've not ever messed with sniffers. I it's just one of those things that I haven't. So I think what I'm going to do is build a sniffer pen slash farm to get the seeds. This all kind of started with, let's free cam a second. This area up here, I didn't know what to put here. And then I realized those blue flower things that the sniffers sniff up were pretty good. They might actually fit nicely right here. And then I was like, well, that's kind of a lot of them. And I was like, well, I can go buy some and stuff. But then I was like, no, let's go ahead and build a pen. Let's mess with sniffers. We've not done that yet. So what I'm going to do is kind of notch this out. I think this is a little bit in the way, so I'm gonna flatten this out just a little bit and maybe lay out a bit of a pin and go from there. Okay, so I've got this little shack right here I'm gonna use as the main I guess visual aspect for the sniffers, and I'm really liking it. It's a bit worn down. I really like the roof. I think everything's fitting perfectly. The hard part is the pin itself. So I know from the sniffers we have in spawn, they are escape artists. They will find a way to break out of every pin unless you thoroughly trap them. So I want to use leaves and fences a lot like the way we used them up here. Now, that's not going to trap them at all. So what I'm going to do is line the fences on the inside with like magma blocks or a pit and hope the sniffers aren't dumber than dumb. That's going to be hard to prove, and they won't try to escape, but we'll have to find out. So let me get this actual pin finished and we'll be back. Okay, so here is my thought process. Obviously, I'm stuck. Obviously, we're going to cover the magma blocks with probably moss, the moss carpets, probably some dark green carpets, all that stuff. The thing is, how do I want to get the seeds that the sniffers pull up out of the ground? There's like really three different ways. You can do the hopper minecart underneath the ground. You can do the allay going around picking things up, which seems to be the more common way of doing these farms lately. And then you have the manual way of just walking in there and getting it. Now, I think I'm going to run with the hopper minecart. I've been thinking about this for a little bit, and I think the allays are too dumb. This area is too wide open, and they'll get gone. Something's going to happen and things are going to break. And I only plan on having like 2, maybe 3 sniffers in here. So that's not going to produce a lot of seeds, which means I'm going to have to be vigilant of coming and checking this, which I don't want to be. So a minecart seems to be the best way, which means I need to tear up all this ground that's inside the pin. And if you look, let's do, yeah, the ground's already fake. I already had to put this ground here once. Now I have to rip it out and do it again. But I'm liking how this is looking. Obviously, this is kind of ugly, but yeah, I don't even think I'm gonna have the whole thing mine-carted. I'll probably just go to the edge of this and then come straight till it stops. And so basically, like, this little corner probably won't technically work for the farm. It's not going to be that big of a deal. I'm going to have some losses. I already knew I was going to have some losses with how wonky and weird the magma blocks were. I just didn't want the sniffers to get anywhere close to the edge. So I'm kind of I'm kind of hoping that this will do that. And I think what I'm going to have the minecarts do is dump it into a water stream and then come out over here. So we can do the double barrel we have over here for our bone meal, which obviously hasn't produced yet because this, while it is working, man, that's a lot of pumpkins. That pumpkin farm, for only being 9 by 9, that's really nice. Yeah. So what I'm thinking, do I want... No, I was going to say, I don't think I want those seeds to fall into these chests. I definitely want them to double barrel over here. And then with the room we have... Oh, ooh, we don't have a lot of room. Oh, no. I was thinking of just having them fall and then do a water stream over to our bone meal maker so when it overflows it can go into here. Huh. I'm gonna have to rethink some things. It's all because of this. If this was extended out one or two more, it could maybe work. Maybe I have a pipe, just a random pipe going through the wall. That could work. I don't know. I'll figure it out and then we can come right back. Okay, we've got some redstone in place. Let's hop down here. So you can see we've dug everything out, got our tracks in, and we have an unloading station down here. It's not completed redstone yet, but everything's gonna unload here. I need to switch this block out with a dropper. This will be a water stream, so it'll shoot the water out down here and go up the item bubble vader and drop it in our 2 barrels. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to go ahead and show this off before it starts all flowing and stuff, because there's a chance I could break a block and it drops in there, and I kind of want to cover everything up. So I'm showing it in this state, but the next time you see this area, it will be fully functional and kind of, I don't know, mostly covered is what I'm gonna say. So let me go to sleep because it is now dark time, and we should probably get some sniffer eggs. Okay, I have things covered up, and the farm isn't working correctly, I should say. Let me free cam a little bit. So this section I had to redo a little bit. So no matter how full the hopper minecart is, it won't stop on here. For some reason, this comparator just doesn't detect anything going through those hoppers. I don't know if I've done something wrong. So let's like throw some frog lights down. Like that's a good amount of frog lights. We'll kind of chill out till we see them all get picked up. All right, that should be all of them, and now it should be getting ready to drop off. And see, it won't stop. Oh, I don't know what to do. I've mimicked essentially the same as over here that we've done with this guy, and this is pretty identical, and you can see this one works just fine. At first I thought it just needed the upward slope, so I put an upward slope on this one, and yeah, it's not working. My next thought is I think I'm gonna take these 2 power rails and turn them into unpowered rails and see if that maybe slows it down. Maybe it's just got too much speed and that's what's causing some of this. Okay, so it looks like I have got it figured out. If we look, it was the hopper underneath this hopper. If I put it to the side instead of directly underneath, the items seem to take a pause and allows the comparator to pick them up. Let's see how close the hopper minecart is. Okay, so it's on its return back. Let's give it a second. All right, here we go. And it now works. Perfect. All it needed was a hopper moved to a different location. Now it's almost definitely exactly like the pumpkin one. It seems like I just built that one by accident and it worked, and now we've repeated it over into this side, so we're good to go. Okay, now that everything's fixed and the ground is moderately decorated, I want to go ahead and get some sniffer eggs. I have a couple torchflower seeds, and yeah, I think I know exactly where to go get some. Give me your babies! Eggs acquired, and I believe if we put this on, oh, ow, ow, I forgot those things hurt. I believe if we put it on moss, it will like allow them to grow faster. So let's just do that, and now we wait. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, so all of our snifflets died. Like within seconds of recording the last clip, the last one died. And instead of trying to repeat the process and stuff, I went ahead and ripped out all the magma blocks and replaced everything with honey blocks right at the edge. So now there's no way for these guys to jump out. I couldn't jump out of here, so I'm going to assume they can't jump out of here. Matter of fact, this might be a good test right here. Yeah! There we go. So we might be good now. If they escape now, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I really hope they just don't stand on the edge and bounce and jump and that the whole time. I hope they wander around a bit. So yeah, we're looking good so far. Okay, this is going to be kind of a bigger jump cut between some stuff I had going on in real life, and honestly, this farm really took it out of me. I will not build another opened air sniffer farm again. There's just too many variables that cause issues, such as like 50% of their seed drops are when they nudge, they like nuzzle the fence line. They can't get out. None of them have been able to get out. You can see I've got 2 more in here. So the honey worked beautifully, but they'll nuzzle the thing and then the seed will pop and it'll land on the carpet, which means it can't get picked up by the mine cart underneath. So this is nowhere near a lossless farm at all. I suspect I lose at least 30% of my drops. You can see I've got these bamboo on this side. I ran out of string, so I was trying something. I don't like that. I'm gonna get some more string to replace it, just to kind of keep them from walking over here, so I don't lose even more drops. They're big enough now where I could probably remove this one. They can't fit through the bamboo. I tried to make it as natural as possible. I actually put the bamboo fences on this house first, and then I was like, yeah, maybe scatter them around with some actual live bamboo and see how that looks. And I don't think it's bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. We still are getting good drops though. Like if I come over this way and we look in here, that's where I was doing construction work. That's still not that bad for the few hours I've had the farm up and running. I haven't really been AFKing it. I just really got it up running, spawned 2 more, did the detail work on the path going this way, clean the wall up, messed the wall up a little bit, and then added this little thing right here. I didn't go any further because I have plans for back here, though I don't think I'm gonna work on it this episode. Mud is becoming a thing I need. So I'm thinking mud farm gets going and I can start working a little bit on the other side of the island because that side's getting real plain and I'm getting kind of tired of working over on this side. So yeah, I'm happy with it. It's not great. It's probably the least efficient farm I've ever made. And I generally don't aim for efficiency when putting farms, so that says something. Yeah guys, I'm gonna go ahead and head off, get started on planning the next episode. But if you liked it, go ahead, hit the like button. If you want some more, don't forget to subscribe. And until then, I'll see you next time. Bye.